Price is what you paid. Value is what you get. I'm going to give you value so you can negotiate a fair price. In this episode, I'm going to share with you 8 car dealership fees to avoid so you can save money. I'm Dwayne, the guy that built an economic base from a grassroots level. My aim is to share my knowledge so you can prosper and build wealth.
Legacy is not what you do, it's what you do for the next generation. Welcome to the Money Power Legacy Show with Dwayne, the finance strategist.
Number 1, used car admin fees. Most franchise and independent dealerships don't usually charge this. However, there are a few that do, and the ones that do are governed by UK law to display the full price of a car, including any mandatory admin fees. It's seen as a contravening act and is classed as a misleading action in the eyes of the governing body for the unfair trading regulations for consumer protection. Some independent traders charge up to £400 if you get finance from a provider that is not on their preferred list. So before paying for these fees, find out what these fees are actually for. You see, some fees can be justified, like short-term insurance, which will give you a week to shop around for the best price. Also, aftermarket warranty of 3 to 6 or 3 to 12 months on a used car is a safe hedge to have. However, if the admin fee is for a HPI check, doing a service or an MOT test, then you got to think to yourself, hang on, surely this will be something that you would expect the dealer to have taken care of prior. Plus, it makes the sale of the car more attractive to buyers. Also, if the admin fees and the car price is still cheaper than what's on the market, then you can still negotiate those admin fees. But worst case scenario, if you do pay it, you're still saving money overall. Number 2, the dealer invoice price. The dealer invoice price is the actual price that the dealer was invoiced from the manufacturer of the car. Now, logic will say that the dealership cannot go below that invoice price as they will be selling at a loss. However, that would be the case if there wasn't a term called holdbacks and rebates that the dealerships receive from the manufacturer. When it comes to holdbacks, on average, every 3 months or so, manufacturers will pay the dealerships approximately 3% of the retail recommended price for each vehicle bought. Why, you might ask? Car dealerships need to have a lot of cars in stock. They can only afford the big car lots by taking out a loan. They inflate the invoice price and get the holdback later so they can borrow money and improve their cash flow. And cash flow is important for determining the financial health of a company. When it comes to rebates, the car manufacturers temporarily reduce the prices of their cars. The dealerships notify potential buyers of the new price, and the manufacturers reimburse the dealerships the loss they would have incurred as the price of the car has lowered the invoice price. The best way to find out what car manufacturers are offering rebates is to check the car manufacturer's website before you negotiate a car price. This will help you find out if the dealership is passing on the car rebate to who it was intended for. You, the consumer. Remember, the dealer invoice price is not really the rock bottom price that the dealer got the car for. Now, with enough research online or by asking the dealership, you can find out the invoice price and use that base as your negotiations to get a better price for your car. Number 3, paint protection. You don't need to pay more money for paint protection when buying a new car. You see, paint protection is just another way that car dealers get an extra £300 or so out of you without telling you how little it actually helps. See, new cars should come with a protection sealant to prevent rust. This film is made from urethane materials and lasts up until around about 100,000 miles of use before it needs any type of reapplication. And you see, for this reason, car manufacturers such as Toyota, they've started to include a special coating within their warranties for their new models. So if you want to keep your car looking good between wax jobs or washing at your local car wash, then a good idea might be to just ask them if they offer any type of protective coatings. Number 4, preparation fee. When a dealership receives new vehicles from the manufacturer, they are required to remove any protective plastic coating covering the inside and the outside of the car. They got to check the fluids, install fuses, road test it for about 3 to 10 miles. They got to wash the car, wax the car, install license plate holders. What you might not know about this service is that manufacturers pay dealerships for completing this service. So to make sure that they do it well and on time, the manufacturers cover the dealership's costs with an incentive program that rewards them financially. Now, if you don't want to pay for this preparation fee, then tell the car dealership to credit the amount of prep service fees onto your contract. You see, the prep price is on the recommended retail price, and you paying for something that's been paid for already is known as double collecting, which is very common practice at car dealerships. Quick intermission. The power of likes, comments and subscriptions is what will signify to YouTube that this episode is popular and will show up higher on YouTube search engine. So what I need you to do is comment, like and subscribe. Back to the episode. Number 5, advertising fees. Why should you, the car buyer, pay a fee? The answer is that you shouldn't. Car sales are driven largely by price and incentives. Advertising to people about their prices and incentives is part of the car sales business. It is a responsibility of the dealership. Some dealerships will make you pay for the portion of their expenses to advertise, to get people like you to come into their dealership. Usually that can cost a few £100. However, you can tell the dealership if they want your sale, then you're not paying the advertising fee. This fee is optional and can be removed by the dealer if you push back hard enough. Number 6, any ACRONYM fee. You never know what fees you're signing up for when you purchase a car, especially because of all the acronyms. When buying from a dealership, I suggest you ask them to explain any acronym that they put on your contract so that you have all the information needed ahead of time while negotiating contracts at a later date. Number 7, delivery fee. If you're buying a used car from your local dealership, it's worth asking about the delivery fee. Normally these fees can be waived if they were negotiated at the time of purchase, and that is not what will happen with every dealer, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Number 8, VIN etching fee. Some dealers will engrave the vehicle identification number on windows and windshields to make it harder for thieves. However, for this service, car dealerships are charging you a few £100 for something that will take a few minutes work. Now, if you was to go and buy the kit on Amazon, you could probably do it yourself, or you could probably pay someone externally to go and do the same thing for a lot cheaper. Now that you have 8 car dealership fees that you know you should be paying for, now I have a request for you. If you haven't already done so, subscribe and sign up to my email list by clicking the link in the description, and you will receive your own money translator flashcards. These flashcards you can save in your phone, and whenever you hear or read a financial term that you're not familiar with, you can go into it and get an immediate understanding. So click the link in the description. As I said, we get good with money, so we can do good with money. Until next time.